All right, gentlemen, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We got a few games going on Thanksgiving, so I wanted to go ahead and knock this video out the way just so that we can, be ready for Thanksgiving. Nobody has to worry about, oh, did I miss the video today? All right, so let's start with what happened last week. Polecat Panthers, the motherfucker sucks. So he quit, and I got this victory. I picked that, and that's how that rolls. Chalupas and Strippers, really, really good matchup. Strippers is not out of this. He decided to go in there and kick Chalupas in the chest. Chalupas had, I think it might be a season low of 83. I probably should have researched that, but 83 points, bro. When you got your playoff life looming, you score 83 little ones? Get out of here. Dud. Now, Classic Strippers now owns the tiebreaker between Chalupas and himself. If he goes in there and wins, Chalupas loses, that automatically puts Strippers in a league for playoff berth. So I don't know who Chalupas plays this week, but I'm sure it's gonna be a toughie. Now, moving on to designated drunk drivers versus Bull City. Bull City needed this win just to keep himself fighting in the Western Division. Did he win? Yes. Did I pick him to win? Of course I did. Now, Bull City is in a battle for the West against Bolt Up Bitches. And guess who Bolt Up Bitches has to play week 12? You guessed it, Bull City. That's going to be a showdown. I can't wait to see how that pans out. I picked most of these games to be turmoil for week 12. Right now, I'm 3-0 with my picks last week. Moving on to Lazy Pugs versus Flawless Victory. Flawless Victory, I think, is checked out. Lazy Pugs came in and did exactly what he said he would. He flushed that turd. Now, the new toilet bowl happens to be between Flawless Victory and another team, but we're going to move on. So, I'm right now 4-0. Don't touch me there, and haters get Dez nuts. Well, now it's no longer Dez nuts, it's D's nuts. I apologize, Shale. But haters get D's nuts. Now, I picked Don't Touch Me There to win this, and he disappointed the hell out of me. I mean, I would have just assumed that he wanted to keep fighting for the playoffs, but haters get D's nuts turned around and, played spoiler. So, lost that one, currently 4-1. Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long, both up bitches. Now, I picked Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long because this man now has probably the best shot of making the playoffs after getting this great victory against Bolt Up Bitches, putting Bolt Up Bitches in a deficit to where he could actually be kicked out of the playoffs. This has been a crazy couple weeks. Just the climax of week 12 is important, even though we got a few teams that are out of it and not doing too much. A lot of things come down to this week 12. Let's go ahead and look at the teams that are out of it again. Looking at the Central Division, haters get these nuts out. Don't touch me there, out. We'll move on to the Eastern. Lazy Pugs, out. And, Classic Stripper still has a chance, depending on if Chicago Chalupas loses and if Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long loses. It's crazy. In the Western Division, everybody's out. Flawless Victory, Polecat Panthers. The only two teams that matter in that division is Bull City, both up bitches. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got coming up in week 12. The last week of this season, fellas, it is going to be huge for a lot of teams. These matchups will determine playoff spots. Now, 99 Problems But You Ain't One is already guaranteed a playoff spot, but he can play spoiler to Chicago Chalupas, single-handedly giving him a path, a one-way ticket to the consolation bracket in this motherfucker. So, Chicago Chalupas, his team is good. That's why I don't want to see this motherfucker in the playoffs. So I gotta give him that L. He got Drew Brees, AP, Antonio Brown. This is not a roster I want to see in the first 2 weeks of the playoffs or in the last 2 weeks of the playoffs. I got to do what I got to do and knock this motherfucker to the consolation bracket. Getting cocky, Chalupas, thinking that you can win Diesel this motherfucker by getting Antonio Brown. A pox on your team, sir. A pox on your team. Moving on. Pugs. DDD. DDD really ain't got nothing to worry about. Pugs just playing for pride. Who do I pick? I pick Lazy Pugs. It's a meaningless game. One of the couple meaningless games this week. But Pugs is never going to just quit. The man is a fucking diehard fantasy soldier. He's going to play his heart out. DDD, this might be, you taking some lumps. I don't know if you want to go in there with 2 straight losses into the playoffs. Might be a little damper on your confidence there. Moving on to Classy Strippers. And don't touch me there. Classy Strippers fighting for his playoff life. Don't touch me there. I don't know. The guy, I think, is having some technical difficulties in his real life. So I assume that Classy Strippers will win this and make it harder on freaking Chicago Chalupas to go to the playoffs. Classy Strippers with the W there. Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long versus Auto Draft King Polka Panthers. I imagine Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long will win this with Marshawn Lynch currently going through surgery. He's a huge spot that the Panthers need. It would take some 40-burger magic for the Panthers to beat Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long, but I've seen stranger. So let's not discount Polka Panthers. I mean, who did I pick to win the matchup? I'm gonna ride with Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long. That's what I do. That man came back, won 3 straight games to make himself relevant in this fucking league. Kudos to Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long. Most improved many of the season, especially these past 3 weeks. Can he come in there and try to wreak havoc on the playoffs? Namely me if he gets in that 4th seed? It's yet to be determined. So let's go ahead and take a look, shall we, at the next matchup. Probably, besides my matchup with Chalupas, the biggest matchup of the year for the Western Division for a damn sure. Both Up Bitches versus Bull City. Let us look deep in this matchup. 6-5, Both Up Bitches, currently number 1 in the West. Bull City, 5-6, currently number 2 in the West. The winner of this will determine who goes to the playoffs. Bull City is currently favored to win this matchup, but you know what? I have to go with my boy Both Up Bitches to win this matchup. Ben Roethlisberger playing hurt, but playing out of his mind. Matt Forte coming back saying, Jeremy Langford, sit down, youngster. I got this shit. Perfect time for him to come back. You got Amari Cooper featuring in that AC/DC connection in Oakland. I think Both Up Bitches is poised. Martavius Bryant is probably going to have a better day than Antonio Brown just because everybody's going to be shadowing fucking Antonio Brown from linemen to linebackers to cornerbacks. Everybody's going to be like, watch number 84, leaving Martavius Bryant wide the fuck open. Look for Both Up Bitches to come in here with an upset and secure the Western title. Sorry, Bull City, it's your first year. Nobody expects you to make the playoffs. If you do, prove us wrong, buddy. Prove us wrong. Now, the last matchup, Super Toilet Bowl it is. Nobody really matters. I think Flawless Victory has checked out. Haters Get D's Nuts has proven to have a wonderful team despite trading away Antonio Brown. He had a wonderful week last week. I feel bad. Hopefully next season, I'm looking at maybe Doug Martin could be your keeper over there at Haters Get D's Nuts camp. But, you might want to go maybe Randall Cobb. These keepers are probably 2nd round best. But, giving up Antonio Brown might have hurt you for next season. Those are my picks for week 12. It is going to be a wonderful, wonderful week 12. Now we got to see how this playoff picture is going to line the fuck up. Now, if I beat Chalupas, I'm guaranteed at 10 wins to go in there as the number 1 seed. Considering if I beat Chalupas and then a couple of things happen, like Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long doesn't get fucked by the auto draft king. If that happens, I'll play Ryan Mallett on 3rd and long. Say both Chalupas and Mallett take a dive. Classy Strippers, the guy that won the first title of this Pride League, will sneak into the playoffs in the back fucking door to play none other than yours truly, so I can put my boot in his goddamn chest. So right now, I'm gonna take out the current champion, and in week 1 and 2 of the playoffs, I ain't gonna lie, I want Classy Strippers. I want to put a boot in that champion's chest too, so I can ride my way to the playoffs on the backs of my team. Now, I don't know if you guys realize this, but even without multiple keepers last year, I still kept A-Rod, and I had some pretty good players. Had we had 3 keepers last year, my team would look like shite. Gronk would have been a nice one, but he's had a bad few weeks, So instead of, multiple keepers, my roster looks like this. I have the 3rd best quarterback. I have the 7th best fantasy running back. I have the best fantasy wide receiver. Oh, wait. First isn't enough. I've got the 2nd best fantasy wide receiver in addition. I have the best IDP. Turned out what? You know what I mean? I've got the best fantasy kicker. He missed the kick, on Monday night. That's cool. I'm okay with that, Goskowski. I'm okay. Just make sure you don't miss no more, motherfucker. So, let's not even go. And, I got Brandon LaFell. Thanks to the injuries in New England camp, that motherfucker's finna get buco targets. Antonio Gates had to yell at fucking Phillip Rivers, be like, give me the ball, homie. We're losing because you ain't giving me the ball, homie. Now, Antonio Gates is finna get the rock, I guarantee you, against Jacksonville. You can count on that. Now, moving on, I got Cardinals D, the 4th best scoring fantasy defense. Now, on my bench, Alshon Jeffries, he might play against Green Bay, but you know what? I'm going to sit him. Maybe. Who knows what'll happen tomorrow? I might just throw his ass in there and kick out Bilal Powell. You never know. That's a wonderful flex to have, Alshon Jeffries. Now, I've roster baited enough. I'm going to let you guys sit and deliberate on how this playoff is going to run. But I guarantee you my team is going to run ramshod on any motherfucker that crosses my path for 2 weeks. You better come correct. You better come get some in this motherfucker. Now, week 12 is here. And let's all enjoy some turkey. Some turducken if you got it. Let's all get some dressing in this motherfucker, some cranberry sauce, and watch 99 Problems. But you ain't one hit me. Go to the fucking ship. Holla, boys. Good luck this year, and I'll see you next week.